Hello, beautiful Virgos. Welcome to your love reading. In today's reading, we're going to look into three different topics. We're going to look into how you see the connection, how your person is seeing the connection, and what is going on in reality. So let's start with the first topic, and it is how you see your connection, how you see the connection, what is currently going on. So let's see. I feel like when I'm looking at the cards, like in this connection, you are a little bit tired, but you haven't give up. And I feel like you have been maybe in this connection going through ups and downs a little bit, or you have been also, you're kind of like emotionally, I would say, tired or worn out, but still you are standing, you are there, you're fighting for this connection is what I'm kind of like getting. And I had a feeling like also when I'm looking at the other cards, like you still believe this connection can satisfy you emotionally from the most emotional perspective, but everything like also you want this connection to work. You definitely want this connection to work. You are prepared to make it work, and you want it even if you're tired. But I feel like you see it as very like still slow connection, but like a sure connection, like it's for sure that this connection is going to be there, you're willing to wait basically. And I feel like you're kind of like moving in this connection very, very carefully, but still with like consistent effort is basically this Nine of Pentacles suggesting. So you are not rushing anywhere, you're just standing there, and you believe that this patience you are also having and what you are investing in this connection will kind of like pay off at the end. And you are emotionally invested. I'm not going to lie, you are very much emotionally invested in this relationship, and you don't want to start somewhere else, okay? Start over somewhere else. You are very much in this connection. It can also be a long-term connection is what I'm kind of like getting, or you see basically just this connection as a word, the effort you're kind of like putting, and you hope that also maybe this comfort and the things you're kind of like investing is going to kind of come back at some time or something. So you are definitely choosing this stability maybe over excitement. I'm just not going to lie, I'm going to be honest. So you're staying in this connection even when you are feeling exhausted. I feel like you are holding like these emotions as well, and you're showing love through consistency is what I'm sensing from you. But let's see how they see the connection, what is basically going on in their perspective, what is going on in their life. So I have like they're a little bit confused about their emotions. There's a little bit like emotional confusion is what I'm getting, or they kind of don't fully understand what they feel. It can be another message, or they're kind of like still hiding their true feelings, or they have emotional guards, or what it can also be. But they see you as someone who is very safe. They see you probably someone who is very, very nurturing. They feel very comfortable with you. They feel comfort with you. They also kind of, I don't know how to explain this, they're kind of like associating you as a person with emotional security as well, is what I'm getting, because we have these two cards together, the Queen of Pentacles, Six of Cups. So I think like also it can be like that they feel a little bit nostalgia towards you because we have Six of Cups, or they also feel a little bit emotionally attached to the past. Maybe it's also going to resonate, or they're kind of like also like leaning more on some kind of familiar feelings in this connection, or also they're kind of like preferring, I don't know, like emotional safety. And they're maybe also avoiding with the moon what we have, avoiding like facing some deeper fears. It can also be one message, or they're kind of like not 100% sure about the future for some of you. Of course, this is like a collective and general reading, so please only take what is feeling right for you and leave the rest. But I definitely think they're kind of like afraid maybe that they're going to lose you is what I'm kind of like getting, or they don't know if also this is a love or this is like comfort, or they're kind of like relying more on you emotionally, I would say, or they're kind of like avoiding maybe the emotional clarity because they're a little bit confused with the moon card. Let's see what is really going on objectively. So when I'm looking at the cards, what is going on? There's emotional pause a little bit happening. I feel like one person is kind of like pulling back a little bit quietly when I'm looking at the cards, or someone is internally, because we have Four of Swords, and Four of Swords are talking about mental things that are happening kind of like inside you. So I feel like someone is pulling back quietly. Like I said, there's some space needed. There is emotional detachment a little bit growing, so be a little bit careful. And I'm saying also this message is so you are going to be aware, and then you can work with it. So I feel like there's a little bit like emotional detachment that is kind of like growing, or someone is maybe even questioning fulfillment of this relationship. Someone is questioning the long-term potential, or someone is emotionally kind of like withdrawing. But before like the physical action, I feel like emotionally someone is withdrawing, and someone is emotionally leaving before, like I said, deciding something on the physical. But I don't know, like in your connection, I'm going to be honest, like there is long-term potential, long-term stability, long-term potential, long-term security is there. It's still, and I feel like that's the reason why maybe this connection is also continuing, is what I'm getting. Because maybe when I'm also looking at the other cards, what we have, like there is this habit that is kind of like keeping this connection alive, or this comfort as well. So I feel like maybe if someone is going to be afraid of losing security, it can delay the action, or there is like slow emotional exit happening. So be careful about this as well. And I think like someone, if you are going to kind of like delay some decisions, it's going to create more tension. It's not going to make you feel good. So definitely this connection is more running on stability. I feel like more on stability, not on desires. And there is already emotional withdrawal that is happening in your relationship. I'm so sorry for saying this, but something is going on. So I feel like the security you are kind of like having is kind of like postponing an ending or a transformation. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're going to break up, no, but I think like because you're so secure, it's kind of like you're postponing the decisions, the honest talk and communication about maybe what needs to change in this relationship. Okay, so what is the issue? When I'm looking at the cards, all of them together, I feel like the main issue is emotionally exhausted is someone. There is maybe someone is afraid of emotional loss. Maybe someone is avoiding difficult decisions, difficult conversations. Also, I feel like maybe someone is like carrying the weight of this relationship alone. And I feel like what is kind of like the advice based on the cards when I'm looking, just stop also maybe keeping the love existing when it's kind of draining you on, or also just allow this truth to come to the surface, this emotional truth, what you need to do, and definitely protect your energy still. Try to protecting your energy and choose your own fulfillment over something that's familiar that you have been with so for many years. So definitely choose what you really need to feel, okay, this connection, because I feel like you're holding into this connection because it's familiar or out of comfort, or I feel like the emotional distance is there. So be careful about this as well. So there is emotional distance that is happening, and yeah, I feel like the truth needs to come out to the surface, definitely. So yeah, my beautiful Virgo, I kind of feel like that was it. What the universe wanted you to know regarding what is happening in your connection. And of course, this is just the messages, you know, so you're going to be aware what is happening. You can then change it, basically. So yeah, my beautiful Virgo, thank you so much for listening. And if you would like to get a personal reading, link is in the description down below where you can book your reading. And also, if you would like to get more messages like this, please hit the subscribe button down below, because I'm basically publishing every single day new messages, so you're not going to miss any of them. So thank you so much. Until next time, see you.